How's it going, guys? So, I've realized something about my YouTube channel recently, and it's that I have yet to do a fight film breakdown. Haven't done one yet, and that was kind of one of the main reasons I wanted to make a YouTube channel. But I think this last weekend of fights delivered a fight worthy of my very first film breakdown. Conor McGregor's long awaited return to the octagon after 5 years. And I know a lot of people were saying things like, oh, McGregor's not in it anymore. This is just for the paycheck. Conor McGregor this, Conor McGregor that. Well, let me tell you guys, this fight has made me a believer again. The Mac is back. And I'm about to show you why I think that right now. So let's get into this fight. So right away, we got something really interesting here, and it is the haircut. I don't know if you guys know this, but he did not have this haircut in the press conference. He did not have it in the weigh-ins. He cut his hair before this fight. Now, why would Conor McGregor rock the Hog Rider haircut? This is not even doing it justice. I got to give you a better angle here. Right there. Look at that. Look at that. Why would he do such a thing? It's these little mind games that McGregor has been playing his entire fighting career. These little things that you might not notice. Max Holloway is coming into the fight expecting a fully haired Conor McGregor, and he gets this mohawk. I don't even know what you would call this. Landing strip type haircut. You could tell Max was rattled by this. Look at him. He is distraught by this. And this is before the fight even started. Now we're going to actually get into the fight here. All right, here we go. Check this out. Immediately, McGregor comes in really fast here. Now, McGregor is known to have very fast starts in his fight. That is nothing new for us fight fans. If you remember back when he fought Max the very first time, here, he actually started not right away with a kick, but his first strike was a kick. Watch. Boom. Head kick. McGregor won this fight, and you know that he wanted to remind Max that he won the last fight. So he comes in with this beautiful, just absolutely phenomenal little switch kick here. Flying switch kick. Now, the landing is a very interesting landing. This pose, right? This is a very interesting pose here. Now, you don't see that every day, and you can't possibly train for something like this. So, just another brilliant move by McGregor here. Just you cannot predict anything with McGregor. It's phenomenal work, really. Now, after this kick, he does do a very interesting move here, and he just falls to the ground immediately. He falls to the ground right away. Now, this little kind of 3-point stance here, like he's about to run the 40 maybe. You're actually not supposed to put your knee on the ground, but that doesn't matter. Look at Max. Look at Max looking down at Conor here. He does not know what to do. And, if he gets too close, McGregor might sweep the leg, Tony Ferguson style, and put him down. And you do not want to be on the ground with McGregor. But, credit to Max. He did not fall for this. McGregor has to get up. But he does try it again. Now it's more of the jokes with jiu-jitsu guys where it's oh, come into my guard. That's exactly what Conor is doing right here. On the off chance that Max accepts this invitation, a normal human would not. They understand the danger, but Max is no normal human. Foolishly, the ref kind of gets back to his feet expertly, throws his left hand. We all know, the Conor McGregor fans know, that left hand is dangerous. And you could tell Max did not want to be anywhere near it. He gets out of the way. Okay. What do we got here? He overthrew the left hand there, which forced him down. It actually looks like he wants to go for a takedown. If you can see, his eyes are eye level with Max Holloway's crotch here. That is prime takedown positioning. He is about to drive on the hips, but actually the spacing is not great. You see, he's quite far away from Max, so it doesn't quite work, but it's on its way to working. He's finding his range. Oh, he does fall down. But once again, you're not going to get in the guard of Conor McGregor. He's too good down there. And look at and Max. Okay, that was very interesting for Max. He starts talking to the ref. Now you never want to talk to the ref. Kind of looks like he's flipping him off here. You never want to talk to the ref during the fight, and now you're confusing the ref. Max is distraught. He wants the fight to end. He's trying to get the ref to end the fight. Interesting strategy. Not one that I thought Max would employ. Ref's not buying it. Ref's not buying it. And he shouldn't. And look at McGregor working on the ground here. You know, to be fair to McGregor, he's been out of the cage for a long time. So maybe the ground game, it wasn't coming to him right away. You kind of have to find yourself in the fight. So that makes sense. I think Max understood. Yeah, let's get this fight standing here. Let's get this fight standing. He's still talking to the ref here. He's still talking to the ref. He is doing his absolute best, trying extremely hard to get this fight over before it even gets started. Ref's kind of looking at McGregor like, maybe I do stop this. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, and as we all know, McGregor fakes the injured leg here. He's actually faking his injury so that Max can come in, close the distance, try to land the finishing flurry. And I think we all know how this fight ended. I don't need to play the ending. Max, as much as I love Max Holloway, and he's a great fighter, very entertaining athlete, he kind of got embarrassed in this fight. Like the mind games got to him. The pressure from McGregor got to him. He did not want to accept any sort of grappling, which makes sense. If you watch the first fight, he didn't do great in the grappling. McGregor was in his head from before the fight even began. This is an awe-inspiring performance from Conor McGregor, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for this new generation of UFC welterweights. All right, for those who actually have watched the fight, you guys know that Conor McGregor embarrassingly embarrassed himself in an embarrassing way on Saturday night against Max Holloway. Listen, guys, it's a freak thing. It looked like he injured himself on the very first kick, and then the fight just kind of ended. And how do I feel about it? My thoughts are that the McGregor show is just completely done for the UFC. In terms of maybe booking him to fight somebody else in a year or however long it takes to get him back in the octagon, because you know it's not just about the injury. It's always going to be somewhat difficult to get McGregor back in the cage. It just is. It always has been. So I'm not sure if we just wait the 9 or 10 or however many months it's going to take for him to get back in terms of being ready to go. Who says he ever steps back in? I think he has one more fight on the UFC contract. But how do you even promote another Conor McGregor fight? Are you going to say the return of McGregor again? Does it really work? This would be like the third time that we get the return of Conor McGregor. And frankly, I might be wrong about that. We might be fourth or fifth time we get the return of the Mac. How many more times is that going to work? I was kind of surprised it was working this time. I was starting to feel the McGregor energy, like, okay, it really does feel like a different type of fight week. And I kind of got that. And even when watching the press conference, I got that there. But how can you realistically promote another McGregor fight, especially if it's against Max Holloway? He has not won a fight since before COVID, by the way. His last 2 fights ended in devastating injury. Granted, the Dustin Poirier fight was at least entertaining until he broke his leg. This fight never got going, and it just looked like a very old McGregor and his body just can't do this sport anymore. Now, personally, I hope the UFC is just done with McGregor. I kind of doubt that will happen. Dana will probably figure something out. I mean, he definitely doesn't want to give up on that last Conor McGregor fight. Listen, McGregor's not a good guy, and he kind of deserves this, just to be completely honest. I mean, he made a bag, so are we really going to pretend that he's super upset about this? If he really cared about the fight game, he would be here. He would be around. He's not around. He's very rarely around. He wasn't even really around for this fight week. He wasn't in the first 2 episodes of Embedded, and he kind of just went quiet until, I believe, Wednesday, which was the day before the press conference that he had to attend, the weigh-ins that he had to attend. He's just not, his heart is clearly not in it, and he's made the money, and this should be the end of McGregor. I guess the real question is, who takes the McGregor stardom? Who takes the UFC star spot? Well, the answer is, I believe there will never be a star like McGregor. We're gonna have stars, like we've had stars. We've had Alex Pereira. We're getting Paddy Pimblett. Like, Paddy Pimblett's only growing in popularity, but nobody can match the sauce that McGregor had back in the day, back in his featherweight run, back when he fought Eddie Alvarez, back when he fought Khabib, even though he was doing pretty stupid, crazy, dumb stuff during the Khabib fight. But yeah, think it's just time that we learn to wrap it up. This was clearly a sign from God that McGregor does not deserve the spotlight anymore, and we should move on. Thank you for watching.